accuracy there from Jessie Fleming. We've seen this before in this year's CONCACAF Championships in the semifinals for Canada. Jessie Fleming netted a header in the Canadians' 5-1 win. Now, this is something that we've seen the Bruins do time and time again. Use Haley Mason to run past the offense wide. Just get that ball in there perfectly placed for a Jessie Fleming dive. The Bruins now lead 1-0 against San Jose State.
Jessie Fleming able to get unmarked into the box and head that one in at the top of the box. And so UCLA now leads 1-0 here in the 13th minute.
As we wait for this, they're undoubtedly a team who is not going to take this line down.
San Jose State doesn't allow too many goals per game. Teams have only been able to put 1 or 2 for the most part. Only one team all year has gotten 3 on them. That was Wyoming about a month ago in conference play. But since then, they have only allowed 2 goals, make it 3 with this one early on. Semino flicks it over to Harris. And a couple touches, it comes forward for Becerra. Athens also right there with her. And punch to the outside. This is Natalie Nava, the freshman from San Jose. Now back towards the middle, and it's on for Becerra again. Some good combo passing from San Jose State on a buildup. Athens rather able to get back on the ball. And now Castaneda comes back for Mace. Pull on over, passed it wide of Sheehan, and it will be collected there by Harris.
Ashley Sanchez, though, giving chase, making sure San Jose State don't have an easy time possessing in their own half either.
Bruins dispossess, and Athens leads Sanchez across, gets by Villacorta, Castaneda on it. Sheehan, Castaneda, shot is deflected, and this will be a corner kick for UCLA from the near side.
While that ball was going out, we saw Paige Semino make the dive anyway, making sure in all certainty that that ball was not heading towards the net. And now the Bruins will have a corner from the near side, and we see they're leaving one player back as the rest of the players come in, and we see Marley Canales coming in for a short option. Maybe the Bruins will try and play something up here. They have a lot of the players in the box, and San Jose State are rather spread out.
And a Sanchez in the corner, Fleming immediately to her left. Low liner from Sanchez won't get back into the field of play. And now we will see San Jose State make our first change of the match. And Darian Reed will come on. And coming out will be Natalia Nava. Spartans making an early change. Down 1-0. San Jose State making just their 3rd ever NCAA appearance, but their 2nd in the last 4 years. These latest 2 all coming under 5th-year head coach Lauren Hansen. Hansen has been able to do great things with the San Jose State team in such a short amount of time. A 2-time Conference Coach of the Year selection. In 2015, making the NCAA tournament, San Jose State had to play Stanford in the first round of the tournament. Their other appearance coming back when they were part of the WAC near the turn of the century. Sheehan trying to lead Villacorta. Cut off there as Wilson came back. Canales switches it over. There's Karina Rodriguez. The 2 center backs for UCLA are the only players to start and play in every game for the Bruins this year. That's Rodriguez and Kaya McCullough.
Strong player as well, but right now the Spartans will take this throw in and look to move into the Bruins half.
Wynn able to push it forward. It was just a bit too far out in front for Kiara Parker. Villacorta pushing again. Sheehan just misjudged it there, and Semino has it.
I think Sheehan might have been a little offside as well. I think maybe she thought better of it. Can't quite get a look at a perfect angle from here, but either way, Paige Semino will take a drop kick from her box.
Ace able to just settle that ball right down. So here's Olivia Athens, the sophomore. 3 goals and 6 assists in her second year in Westwood. And now Karina Rodriguez flicking it on over, and there's Fleming. Despite playing just 7 games, Jessie Fleming still earning Pac-12 first team honors. The rest of the league knows how good she is. She has the 1 goal on the board here, assisted by Haley Mace.
As the Bruins go back and forth between themselves and the Spartans half, we see their team movement is sort of centered around maybe the 2/3 line into the Spartans half.
Fleming leaves it there. Sanchez flicks it, and it's in the back of the net. 2-0 UCLA. Great combination there, and it's Ashley Sanchez finishing it off.
Ashley Sanchez stepping in at the right moment as Jessie Fleming just handed that ball off to her. The Spartans defense really didn't see that one coming. The Bruins doing a very good job disguising their offense as build-up. We saw Jessie Fleming there just moving inside and tapping that ball to Sanchez, who just placed that ball in the bottom left corner.
Yet another look is great footwork there from Sanchez, shooting that ball on the outside of her right foot, and picks up her 9th goal of the season.
Paige Semino was just not quick enough to get that dive down and place her hands on the ball, with the ball sort of getting past her and below her into the goal.
Well, we will see another change as Carly James comes on for Daryl Franklin. So 2-0 UCLA. A 3-point night already for Jessie Fleming with a goal and an assist. And Ashley Sanchez now with a goal in the 18th minute. Here's Haley Mace tracking one down. And Mace running out of room, but a corner kick for the Bruins.
Good pressure there by Kiara Parker, who managed to sort of duck and dodge Mace's offense and get that ball deflected off herself. While it will give the Bruins a corner, it's probably not best for the Spartans to have Haley Mace so close to the goal with only a few players back. So the Bruins will try and take this from the far side corner with around 7 players in the box.
They'll play it short. Ball served in by Canales, and Semino is underneath it. Paige Semino, a 3-year starting keeper for the Spartans. All settled down here as Fleming finds Sanchez onside. Semino gets back towards her line. Sanchez just unable to cut it back. And once again, that was Jada Wilson. She's been busy on that far side.
Ashley Sanchez timed that run in perfectly, made sure she wasn't offside, and got in front of all the Spartans defenders to capture that ball. Just not enough right now, but we already saw she has 1 goal, and no doubt herself and the Bruins will be looking for more.
Haley Mace. There's Athens angling one, and Sheehan will come collected in the corner. Athens curls one in. Headed out there by Amarikwa. Comes back out towards Wynn, bodied up there by McCullough, and able to find Hurtado. Carly James cut off there by Sheehan, but a throw-in coming for San Jose State. Spartans had quite the run to get here. They were the number 4 seed in the Mountain West tournament, defeating Fresno State 2-1 in the first round. Then had to face the number 1 seed Boise State in the semifinals. It would go to PKs, and Spartans would win 4-3 in the shootout. 2 big saves from Paige Semino there, and then on to a 1-0 win in the conference championship game against New Mexico.
Tegan Micah taking control of the ball here in the Bruins half. Just kicking it out wide for Haley Mace, who will make the move for the Bruins as they look to build up an attack once more.
Mace trying to get a long switch off. James stepped in front.
As she looks to move forward.
Sanchez, Sheehan onside and unable to keep it in.
And ball moving just a little bit too fast for the Bruins right wing, giving the San Jose State Spartans a throw-in from the near side.
UCLA head coach Amanda Cromwell called Delaney Sheehan the unsung hero of the team this year. Sheehan playing in the midfield pretty much her whole soccer career, including her freshman year last year. And this year the Bruins just didn't have much depth at the outside back spot. And so Sheehan has been placed there pretty much exclusively all year once the Bruins sustained an injury or two at the start. We've also seen Haley Mace has helped out at that position since coming back from national team too. But Sheehan's a player that gets the freedom to come forward a lot and has the speed to come back as well.
And the Bruins offense is very much built up on speed with Haley Mace and Delaney Sheehan both being really fast around the outsides of other teams. We see now the Spartans pushing everybody into the Bruins half as they have a free kick from around midfield.
San Jose State still looking for its first shot attempt of the match. This is Carly Potteroff. Good chip into the box. Initially headed there by Karina Rodriguez. Hurtado underneath it. James, a strike is blocked by Canales. Wynn trying to track it down, but Mace steps in front of her. Pushes it forward. Fleming will get there right along the touchline.
That defense there was all Canales, who got in front of that ball within a split second of the Spartans getting their feet on it.
And now we've got a whistle. And the ball was lost off that far touchline. And San Jose State will have the throw-in.
Spartans moving it up a bit as Jesse Fleming hits the ball right out of play once again. And they'll have another throw-in for this time from in the Bruins half.
Body down there by Haley Wynn. Getting her 11th start of the season here tonight. And what is the 22nd match of the year for the Spartans? Ball brought forward. Here's Hurtado putting a shot, and there's Micah right at the near post.
Hurtado did not have an easy position there. She did good to get her feet on the ball and get that ball onto goal accurately, but just not enough power to get past Tegan Micah.
Fleming bodies it down there. Potteroff right on her. Fleming trying to escape, working around Becerra, and finally the foul is called there. The winner of this match will be looking at Minnesota in the next round. If UCLA wins, it will be on this field. Here's
communication between Ashley Sanchez and Chloe Castaneda, who made a good run in there, but Pagano's positioning was just enough to throw Castaneda off, and she misses the goal about a foot or so to the right.
Semino doing well there not to get too close to the post, enough to still invite the shot to come short side.
Semino again kicking that ball out into midfield.
Wynn on the ball and is fouled. Hurtado plays it quickly, forcing it into Becerra. They get the switch off far side for Parker. Comes back inside, and Becerra forced to get it back for Wilson. And Mace will get back there ahead of Parker. Come back in for Tegan Micah.
The Bruins now playing a lot into their back half. They're not rushing these attacks at all, and the Spartans are being forced to come to them. As the Bruins really, this is a home game, and they're really playing, making the Spartans play as if it is one.
Bruins pushing forward. Here's Castaneda. And clamped down well by a few players for San Jose State, including Kristen Amarikwa.
Good dual defense there.
Here's Mace. Swinging it for Sheehan. James holding up. The give and go is anticipated well by Natasha Harris. And that will deflect off of Sheehan for a San Jose State throw-in. 2-0 UCLA. If you're just joining us, the Bruins got goals about 5 minutes apart moments ago. First it was Jessie Fleming in the 13th minute off a feed from Haley Mace, heading one in at the top of the 6-yard box. And then it was Fleming setting up Ashley Sanchez on the left side of the box in the 18th minute. Bruins have the edge in shots, 6-1 so far. Fleming coming forward. Fleming into the box. Fleming and Simino able to get to it as Fleming needed to get by her, the third and final one back.
Yeah, Fleming got past two there, but it wasn't enough as she had a little too much time on the ball. They're getting a step extra, allowing Simino to get herself out there and get her two hands on the ball. Perfect footwork to get past those two Spartans defenders, but almost there into the goal. Not enough to score a third for the Bruins.
UCLA will have the throw-in. This is just the second all-time meeting between San Jose State and UCLA. A bit surprising for two California schools to only have met one other time.
The last time was in 1997, I believe.
You are correct, a 4-1 win for the Bruins, and UCLA building something here. Sanchez took it in a long way.
They just sort of sprinted past the entire San Jose State team there.
Spartans stand tall on the back line. James gets it forward for Wynn, who can't corral it and keep it in play.
Kai McCullough here, possessing in the Bruins' own half. With Delaney Sheehan coming out wide, maybe the Bruins will look for a switch.
McCullough thought about going right, instead goes back for Karina Rodriguez. Fleming making another run forward. Wilson on out to meet her. Sanchez stepping by two. Deferring there for Fleming. Rolled back for Sanchez. Into the box. Headed up. Mace. And it's watched wide there by Simino.
Good shot for the Bruins. We've seen Haley Mace control those balls from the air in the past. Certainly a dangerous position once again for San Jose State as UCLA make a substitution.
Bruins will make their first change. Castaneda is off. Julia Hernandez is in. Hernandez has been playing very well. 3 goals and 2 assists. And she's been able to score a few times towards the end of conference play. Bruins are going to have possession on the far side of midfield. Hernandez scoring against USC. She also scored twice on Senior Day against Oregon State a couple weeks ago as well.
Bruins are doing well here to switch up their attack each time, coming in from both the left and right wings. They're leaving San Jose State with a lot to think about here as we go into the 33rd minute of this match.
All pushed away there by Amarikwa. But Sheehan, however, is able to step in front of Becerra. Villacorta coming forward and scores! 3-0 UCLA.
Villacorta did fantastic there to make sure she wasn't offside. Got only a single touch on that ball before pushing it itself in front of her so she could just tap that into the goal. San Jose State now down 3 goals to the Bruins, who are looking in very good position now. Villacorta getting a goal for the Bruins here in the 33rd minute.
Simino looking to be aggressive there and just not quite in time as it was Sheehan pushing it forward.
Sheehan, just a perfect feed in there for Villacorta. Semino did the good thing to move out of her line and try and get her hands on it, but she didn't go far enough, and the Bruins are now leading 3-0.
So just the second time all season that San Jose State has allowed 3 goals in a game.
I can let you know, but it's kind of hard for me to get to my
Batted forward. And Sanchez able to settle it there for Fleming. UCLA has now outscored its opponents 32-6 during this win streak. 9+ games when you include the first 30 minutes of this first half. Mace able to win that ball away in the far corner, away from Parker. And now how much do the Bruins push here?
Haley Mace given a lot of space here. San Jose State have let her slip into her own half. Did good to make sure she didn't have too much space, actually. So well done there by the Spartans defense.
Canales getting it forward. And Hernandez is fouled there by Potteroff.
Bruins take a quick free kick and pass it off to Ashley Sanchez on the far side.
Here's a shot and a goal. Ashley Sanchez for the second time tonight.
No rhyme or reason, no warning, and Ashley Sanchez smacks another one against the Spartans.
10th goal of the year now for Ashley Sanchez as her and Haley Mace exchange smiles going back to midfield. Sanchez has been on an absolute tear going back towards the early part of conference play. As you get another look, Fleming just giving it over there to her.
Fleming really saw Ashley Sanchez in a bit of space and made that perfect pass, just a cross chip over the Spartans defense. And Ashley Sanchez and Jessie Fleming once again having great communication. Another assist for Fleming and another goal for Ashley Sanchez.
So during this win streak for UCLA, Sanchez with 8 goals and 7 assists. So that is all but 2 goals and 1 assist on the year coming in the last 9+ games for her.
And the first team to score 4 goals against San Jose State all of this season. Bruins will now have a throw-in from their near-touch line as they make a change. Carmen Reyes coming on in place.
Villacorta coming on.
Villacorta.
Reyes was a player who was starting for a while at one time with Mason Fleming gone for much of the year and played very well for UCLA this season with 3 goals. And UCLA a much deeper team with those national team players back. Cross towards the middle is defended well by Amarikwa.
Sanchez breaking free of 2 Spartan defenders. Great footwork to keep that ball at her feet. And the Bruins win a throw-in on the near touch line, with Delaney Sheehan going to take it.
So come. So UCLA has found its touch scoring over the last few weeks. They scored 6 against
by Marley Canales there, getting that ball off.
Rodriguez looking for Sanchez. Sanchez to the byline. It'll be a goal kick.
Sanchez there trying to get that ball past the Spartans defense just through their own footwork, but it wasn't enough this time. But we've seen even in this game, it has been so in the past, with Ashley Sanchez leading this offense so far.
Hurtado on the header. And Sheehan is there. Rotated for Sheehan again, and back for McCullough.
Marley Canales a nice bait and switch to keep the Bruins with the ball in their own half.
Operate that because I'm gonna go back on with that back.
Comes forward. Here's Hernandez. Fought off the ball well by Natasha Harris.
And Harris had to really use her skill there, as Hernandez is a rather tall player, has got a lot of force behind her, so good stuff by Harris.
Harris gets that clear to midfield. Sanchez back heels it, and Fleming able to corral it. Fleming has the jersey grabbed.
Once again, this time almost dead set center onto goal. This is a dangerous position for the Spartans. Not the smartest move to trying to tussle with Jesse Fleming there.
At the same time, you risk allowing Fleming to go one-on-one with your keeper.
That is true. These are the sort of risks you have to take here in the NCAA. And now the Bruins will be faced with a three-player wall by the Spartans and will not push their players into the box. It's a little further out than they might have liked, but still a good opportunity here for UCLA to maybe score a fifth. And Haley Mace, the 2018 CONCACAF champion with the U.S. national team, will step up to take this free kick.
Leg, in terms of strength, she blasts this one, and Simino makes the stop. We saw the leg strength of Haley Mace against USC, a late equalizer from 30 yards out. That was one of the goals of the season.
This time, just a ball rolling down to the ground, but powerful nonetheless. Good stuff by Simino to get her hands on that and keep the ball from going in again.
Third save for the senior keeper of the Spartans.
Yeah, just set it on the deck there, and I'll get in second. Thanks.
James trying to get towards Sheehan.
I'm freezing.
Sanchez
it, hey,
rolling it over.
God bless, man. Be safe.
And Rodriguez. Hernandez leaves it there for Mace. Try to stutter step by Parker. Parker able to get it forward. And McCullough will get back there ahead of Wynn.
McCullough having to make the run back there. The Bruins getting a little ahead of themselves and moving forward while San Jose State got the ball into the Bruins half. And now Jesse Fleming will take this ball and pair it up with Olivia Athens. And now Delaney Sheehan as the Bruins mount up for maybe one more attack.
Ace tapping it there for Sanchez. Fleming takes a shot. Simino has it off one hop.
Last to fifth.
We're in the 37th minute right now. The clock on your screen is a bit ahead, so we'll keep you apprised of the time as we get towards the end of the first half here. But it is 4-0 UCLA in the 37th minute. Mary Carmen Reyes making that run forward there. Sheehan against James. James, another SoCal product from Calabasas. Ball's rotated back. McCullough looking upfield. Loses her footing, trying to stretch it forward towards the far side. And now it's coming forward. Here's Darian Reed and the Spartans. James curving it back inside, just offline from Wynn. And UCLA back on the ball once more.
The Bruins didn't have to worry there. Jesse Fleming tracking the ball all the way back, putting pressure on the Spartans. And now Ashley Sanchez doing the same in offense.
Sanchez leading Hernandez. Hernandez able to get back on the ball. Athens. Sanchez over, bidding for the hat trick here in the first half. We'll get a goal kick and we'll get some changes. The Bruins will bring Kennedy Faulkner and Sonny Dunphy on. And we will see Sanchez and Sheehan exit, while San Jose State brings Jennifer Orozco on and replaces Kiara Parker.
Ashley Sanchez coming off after 2 goals and another good look over there. She scooped the ball a little bit with the ball sort of mounting to her ankle first before it got off, but still a lot of pressure being put on Paige Simoneau.
Sanchez will get a breather. She has taken another leap here in her sophomore year. It was the top recruit in the country coming in as a freshman. Had a great freshman year and has done even better here as a sophomore. Dunphy will not get there in time. And the Spartans will make another change with Gabriela Herrera onto the field and replacing Gabriela Hurtado. We're in the 40th minute, and UCLA on top 4-0.
We see Sonny Dunphy being brought on as well. Another defender who's really just making sure the Bruins don't want to give up a goal late in the first half here.
Foul will go against San Jose State. Let's see if the Bruins do indeed elect to set piece it here, as they've got 4 bodies towards the far side of the 18. And they'll put a couple more over there as well. Says Canales stepping back. Good header there immediately from Kristen Amarikwa. Fleming fighting to get back on the ball. Reed was right there on her.
Sonny Dunphy tapping it off back to Fleming. Good communication between these two.
Some pressure there with the fresh legs of Hannah Hall on the field. Now here's Faulkner taking a shot, and it was blocked.
Kennedy Faulkner there with a powerful shot, but the Spartans managed to block that one. And now a foul will be called on the Bruins. And San Jose State will take a free kick from their box as we see one of the players down on the field there.
It's Amarikwa. She took that ball right off her shin on the blast from Faulkner.
That short range can't be fun to have a ball coming at you that speed. And now Simoneau will take this free kick as Amarikwa just shakes it off, and the Spartans get ready to try and break through this Bruins line.
42nd minute. 41-35 and counting elapsed here in the first half. Ball batted high into the air there by Herrera. The Bruins get back on it in their own half. San Jose State just 1 shot in this first half. The Bruins have 13. Faulkner trying to lead a break up the left side. Harris stepping in front and just unable to get the pass off inside with Fleming stepping there. McCullough inside. Hernandez finds Athens. Back it comes. Fleming taps it there for Hernandez, and a slow roller is picked up by Simoneau as Hernandez got on top of that ball a little bit.
Yeah, the ball sort of streaked across to Hernandez, so it's moving to the side as she tries to place it forward. Never easy, and she didn't get enough of her foot on that ball, to make an accurate shot into goal.
Reyes trying to step back. And now here's Canales surveying. Hernandez trying to shield away Amarikwa. And now McCullough jaunts forward. Takes 1 step. Finds Dunphy. Rotates it over. Here's Canales. And now Rodriguez with a little bit of space. Here's Mace. Faulkner. More pressure from Amarikwa. Iroquois just found a way to get herself involved defensively in many different parts of the field.
Yeah, she's putting a lot of effort in here, keeping the Spartans defense as much together as they can be with a 4-0 deficit.
Long throw in from Mace, headed by Hernandez. And that loose ball looked to be corralled momentarily by Hall. And the Bruins back on it once again. We're in the final minute of the first half. Bruins trying to crash forward. There's a falling shot. And it will be picked up there by Simoneau.
Scramble in the box as Bruins and Spartans alike collide into each other as UCLA look for one last goal in this half.
Simoneau with a drop kick. That was Reyes who slid down. Hall and Canales get tangled. And possession to UCLA here.
And Canales got pulled down a bit. Now the Bruins will sort of calm down with a minute to go. They have some time. Another 45 minutes to defend this 4-0 lead as Simoneau will kick this ball into the last minutes of the half.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
That will take us to the end of the first half. One that saw UCLA score 4 goals, 2 of them coming from Ashley Sanchez. Jesse Fleming getting the Bruins on the board first via Corta, the latest one. And for UCLA, able to control the ball pretty well. And for San Jose State, you know, they're doing what they can right now, but UCLA just looked to be a bit better.
Yeah, this is a showcase here of UCLA's depth. That's been the name of the game. We said even as UCLA had lost those national team players at the beginning of the season, they found a way to get the rest of the Bruins into the spots that they needed to fill, and we see that paying off here with players like Viviana Villacorta getting that goal and Ashley Sanchez really being the lead along with Jesse Fleming. The two there having a lot of good communication. Fleming getting the 2 assists as well as her goal, and Ashley Sanchez with footwork to top off the 4-0 lead that UCLA have against the San Jose State Spartans.
We'll step aside for halftime with the Bruins on top of the Spartans. You're watching NCAA Women's Soccer on Pac12.com. Back for the second half in a bit.
Semifinal action begins Friday, November 30th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the championship match Sunday, December 2nd at 1 p.m.
try to check, make sure that the power is plugged in, Harold. Yeah, that was a good move. There's no charger in the bag? Yeah, it should have power in there, Harold.
For a lot of Spartans on the ball at one time.
Given to Mace. The cross just in front of Castañeda. Now here's Sanchez looking for the hat trick, and it's blocked, but that's going to be a penalty, a handball against San Jose State.
UCLA shot number 2, Ashley Sanchez.
As it went off the right arm of Kristen Amarikwa, and a penalty kick coming for UCLA.
Amarikwa's put in a lot of good defense in the first half of this game, but right now she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. The ball careening off her right hand. As we see here, Ashley Sanchez takes that kick, hits the forearm part of her hand, and now the Bruins will have PK.
It looked like she was trying to lean in with her shoulder a little bit, kind of right near her elbow. Now Marley Canales is going to take this, looking for her first goal of the season.
Semino squaring up one-on-one with only Canales in front of her.
You know the clock stopped.
All quiet at Wallace Sannenberg Stadium prior to this penalty attempt. Canales scores! Semino guessed right, but Canales was able to elevate it enough.
Yeah, Canales, no stutter there, just went right in, knew exactly where she was going to place that ball, and it ended up right there. Not too much power, exactly the right amount of accuracy, and we see here again, Semino guesses right, but not fast enough for that ball. And Marley Canales records her first goal of the season. And the Bruins now lead San Jose State 5-0.
Goal comes in the 49th minute. As UCLA takes advantage of the penalty opportunity.
The score hasn't changed here on our screens, but it should be showing 5-0 as the Bruins grab that 5th goal against San Jose State in the second half.
UCLA with possession once again. As Sheehan comes up that far side. Canales will rotate it over for Rodriguez. Fleming one-touched it past Castañeda. There's Wynn on it, and Fleming calmly dispossesses there.
Fantastic battling there by Fleming. Put her feet in the exact right places, took the right steps to get that ball away from the Spartans.
Here's San Jose State trying to put it together a little counter. Potteroff tried to tap it back for Hurtado. Foul is going to be called here as Potteroff collided with Karina Rodriguez after the ball left her foot.
Rodriguez did a good job to clear that ball, but just got hit and took a bump falling backwards. And now Tegan Michael will take this free kick from the Bruins just outside of the goal line.
5-0 Bruins in the 50th minute. Comes inside here via Corta. The Bruins with the same 11 on the field that started the match. Now Sanchez. Sanchez for the hat trick, punched away by Simino.
Unbelievable ball control by Sanchez. Got that ball glued to her feet, and Simino makes a fantastic dive upwards to fist that ball out of control. And now the Bruins will have a corner. Great work by Ashley Sanchez to run up all by herself and get that shot in.
Corner kick will come to the right of the keeper here on the near side as we get another look. Blast coming from more than 20 yards out.
Simino with a good effort, though, to keep that ball out. Countering Ashley Sanchez's strike, maybe looking for a hat trick.
Fleming the option short. It's a low liner towards the top of the box. And McCullough is on it, pushing for Castaneda. Angles back out. Here's Fleming. Castaneda making the run. The cross is grabbed in the field of play there by Simino.
Yeah, she did well. She saw that ball coming off one of her players and grabbed it, got her feet behind the line, but the ball in front, so it's all okay here. And the Bruins will once again look to try and win this ball back as San Jose State take it into their half.
All got over the head of Hurtado. Mason Sanchez right there. And Sanchez will take it.
See Fleming here at the bottom left corner of your screen. Great tracking as the ball gets away from her. Ashley Sanchez gives chase.
Here's Wynn. Sees some space for Kiara Parker. Parker with McCullough right there. A cross blocked. Back on, another cross blocked. And the Spartans will have a deep throw in, but first they will make a change. And Lauren Hansen will bring Hannah Hall into the game for the second time tonight. And Parker will be replaced.
Kaya McCullough doing perfectly to get her body in front of the ball twice there in quick succession. Just named the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week in the previous week, and she did well there to keep San Jose State out of an opportunity.
Ball heaved in, and Hurtado able to angle it back into the 6, where Tegan Micah grabs it. Just one save so far for Tegan Micah. Athens angles inside. Rodriguez with Hall in front of her. 2 passes later. It's Mace forward. Fleming tried to cut it back. Potter off. Able to seal her off the ball, though. Harris towards the corner battling with Fleming, and we've got a whistle. And the foul against UCLA.
Yeah, Jessie Fleming there coming in extremely fast. Got a little bit too much of her body on the back of the San Jose State Spartans player. And the Bruins will have to defend from this free kick, although a long way out from their goal.
Sanchez off the Fleming header. Sheehan. Wynn is right there. Bruins with 4 in the first half, 1 more early on here in the second half.
San Jose State looking for a run now.
Great speed forward shown by Becerra. Bruins halt that right there, and once again they come out wide left for Mace. Corta to Fleming. Now Sanchez with some space. She'll hold. Castaneda out wide for Sheehan. Sheehan serves it. Headed there by Athens. And then skied up. Hall looking to settle down. May steps in front of her. Harris also there. And Harris able to get back on the ball and kicks it up to Hurtado.
Great work there by Harris to muscle Haley Mace off that ball, and Hurtado pushing this up, but too many Bruins on her. And Tegan Michael will come way off her line to keep this for the Bruins.
Canales deflected that pass for Hurtado. She was looking inside for Carly Potteroff, and that's what prevented that ball from coming towards the inside.
And we see a player as strong as Mace is definitely hard to push off, so you have to give props there to Harris in the San Jose State defense for doing that.
McCullough lays it off outside for Sheehan. Castaneda, a turnover there to probe Jada Wilson. Now Fleming, push forward Sheehan, onside. Sheehan, sharp angle, earns a corner.
Great work there by the Bruins. Jessie Fleming tapping that ball in front of her, almost disguised, looking like it was maybe a short pass, but it gets all the way through, and now the Bruins will have a corner kick. Fleming also going to take this kick. We see Ashley Sanchez coming up as a short option. We've got Kaya McCullough far back.
And play at midfield.
Hall took that ball, but gives it away back to Kaya McCullough of the Bruins. And Marley Canales now takes it into the Spartans' half.
Castaneda is off.
Offside, UCLA.
First offside infraction that we've had tonight.
Yeah, Castaneda, native of Encino, California. Well off there. I don't think the Spartans really had to worry about that. Now Simino will take this kick from the San Jose State goal line.
Canales, the initial volley, win, cut off by Fleming, and the foul called against the Spartans.
So third time Jessie Fleming has been fouled today. The Spartans are doing their best to try and keep the Canadian national team player under wraps here, but it's not working. They're already having a golden assist, and the Bruins will look to regroup again for another attack.
Athens rolls it inside Fleming. Shielding off some pressure. Working inside and takes a deflection off of Nava.
Haley Mace winning a throw-in for the Bruins on the near side. All the Bruins pushed up into the Spartans' half, and Haley Mace is probably looking to go long here with the Bruins pushing well in to the Spartans' box.
She doesn't have too much room to work with on the near side. Athens, and a foul against Villacorta as Athens look to angle that ball back towards the penalty spot.
Simino will take this kick again as the Spartans try and push up. Looks to be seen whether they can keep possession for longer than a few seconds here, which they've not been able to do for the majority of this game.
Bruins get the initial header. Punch there by Amarikwa. And Simino will come out to push it upfield. Just gets over the head of Becerra as McCullough got the head on it. And now Athens stands over the ball, rolling it back for Rodriguez.
Great perception by Athens to find exactly where that ball fell and get it back to her defensive line.
Castaneda able to angle it. And the loose ball picked up by Harris. Now Hall with a little bit of space. Could not thread it around Villacorta though. And here's Sanchez. Sanchez looking to push. She has 2 goals tonight and now holds up. And the rest of the Bruins come into the fray. Sheehan receives it from Fleming. Jada Wilson right there. Now we'll get some help from Darielle Franklin. Sheehan spinning towards the corner. Back Sanchez. This is Wynn defending her towards the corner. Back for Sheehan. Sanchez plays it towards the middle. There's Villacorta backtracking. Some good pressure there from Natalia Nava. Bruins now working towards the left side of the formation. Angled inside, Athens stepped in front of there by Amarikwa. And a foul against Mace.
Mace coming in a little too strong there, trying to muscle that ball away from the Spartans, but she got too much over her shoulder onto the player in white.
They'll bring Natasha Harris here on the ball. Harris has been very active at right back. Her and Wilson switching from where they were at the start. We got Wilson at left back now as they made that change to the midway point of the first half.
Hurtado positioning herself really well there, but the ball just got a little too far ahead of her. Tegan Micah making that pass to Kaya McCullough, and the Bruins get the ball back.
Pretty stress-free night so far for Tegan Micah and the whole Bruin defense as well. UCLA has been able to control play for nearly the entirety of these 60 minutes so far. 5-0 Bruins. 2 goals from Ashley Sanchez and a goal each for Viviana Villacorta, Jessie Fleming, and then Marley Canales with the goal here in the 49th minute off a penalty kick.
The Bruins once again possessing in midfield. They take a little bit of time to get those shots in, but once they do, they're pretty deadly so far.
Here's Mace coming out of that left back spot and now operating a bit more forward. Now Fleming looking for some space. Backs it off. Fleming towards the byline. Spinning around Wilson. Lost her footing there for just a moment. She in there to help out, and the Bruins stay on the ball here. Given back out via Corta and Canales. Swung back, here's Rodriguez. Hall trying to give chase, and the ball there was out in front of Sanchez, and that allows Amarikwa to get the clear, and UCLA will have the throw-in coming.
Karina Rodriguez now stepping up to take this throw in from the near touchline, but she will defer to Haley Mace, who's coming back to her position as a left back, although she has been running up quite a bit here.
I wonder how long UCLA will keep its starting 11 on the field here in the second half with a 5-0 lead. Behind the play, Mace collided with Potteroff. They're both okay and back on their feet. Hall backpedaling against Sanchez. Gets some help there from Becerra.
Sanchez so smart to just push that ball back when she knows she can't progress forward and regroups herself. She's been so key to getting these balls through for the Bruins that she's also smart to make sure she's not working herself out.
Well, we've seen now UCLA leading 5-0, just taking the possession approach here, working very methodically, not trying to press and leave themselves susceptible defensively.
And if the Bruins do manage to hold on to this 5-0 lead, they do have a lot of games to go in front, so you don't want to risk doing something too rash, maybe pulling an injury or taking yourself out of play for a few minutes of this game or the next. So a smart work by all the Bruins to keep themselves in good shape, and they're not letting their defense get too troubled either.
The Bruins did have some injury problems before Jessie Fleming left to play for Team Canada. She was dealing with an injury. You've had J.C. Peterson deal with an injury that further tarnished that depth. There's Canales slipping right at the penalty spot, looking for her second.
Soft shot from Canales, but nonetheless great positioning to get herself a clear aim on goal. Not enough so far for another goal.
Fleming with another dispossession there in the neutral third.
Yeah, Fleming's been really working to keep the Bruins in possession here herself, along with Ashley Sanchez and Haley Mace in the midfield, just pressuring the Spartans a lot today.
Great stop there by Jada Wilson. And now Canales on the ball. Villacorta turns. Castaneda flicks, looking for Villacorta. Harris stepping in front there.
Scoreline may not show it, but the Spartans defenders have been putting in a lot of work today, especially Harris over there, who's been got that penalty kick with the ball going off her hand, that was Amarikwa, who's also been putting in a lot of work, but Harris nonetheless doing great stuff to try and keep the Bruins from having a larger lead tonight.
Haley Mace peeling inside. Sanchez has some space. Sanchez leaves it there. Fleming coming in. Great stop. And too soft of a touch there, trying to get it back for Castaneda. San Jose State will get it back towards the neutral third. And now UCLA turns it over. And here's the throw-in coming for Jada Wilson. But first, Spartans are going to make a few changes. We'll see Bella Bowers come on. Kara Parker re-enters. And Darian Reed will re-enter as well. We'll see Hurtado exit. Wynn exit. And it looks like Natalia Nava will come off as well.
Not a bad move from the Spartans here to get a few of their players off, give them some rest, and try and come up with a different strategy here. They still have around 25 minutes in this game. Maybe they can score a goal, keep the line from being a shutout for UCLA. Either way, Spartans are not giving up here.
San Jose State, a very young team as well. They've had a lot of freshmen play this year. As many as 7 on the field at one point, and a couple just coming off there. Nava, just a freshman. And you've got Haley Wynn, also a freshman. Jada Wilson, just a freshman. You've got a few other sophomores in Parker, Natasha Harris. The one part that San Jose State will have to focus on replacing is goalkeeper towards next season. But they're going to have the bulk of this team back. And these younger players now going to get lots of great experience to build upon towards next season. Not only playing in the NCAA tournament tonight, but those tough conference tournament games that they took last week.
Yeah, they'll have to defend that Mountain West title. So, yeah, San Jose State losing here tonight, but a freshman-heavy team that they could certainly build upon in future years. And now Haley Mace running in again. Getting a little tackled there, and she will keep the ball for the Bruins, actually, with San Jose really not able to maintain possession.
That was Potter off again. She's not been afraid to be physical tonight. Has done well to knock a few Bruins off the ball. Villacorta, well, deflection towards the byline. Castaneda shielded off a host of new players. Faulkner, Dunphy, Hernandez, and Reyes all in. And we see Mace, Athens, Villacorta, and Sheehan all exit.
Good strategy by the Bruins, giving a lot of their key players, especially in the midfield, some rest now, and bringing on some very able players. As we've stated before in this game, depth is the name of the game for the Bruins this game and tonight and the season as a whole.
Turn to the 68th minute now. So the Bruins will have 2 new outside backs with Dunphy on the right and Kennedy Faulkner on the left. San Jose State, James came in for Hall and slots on the right wing in the midfield. And here she is going up against Faulkner. Got her off the ball and was pushed forward by Becerra. Now UCLA with possession.
We saw the Bruins working together really well here. As soon as Faulkner got dispossessed, we saw the rest of the defense rush there to help her out.
Rodriguez able to split the defense up the field. She will make a run. Karina Rodriguez. Castaneda shoots and blocked down.
Karina Rodriguez catching the spark all the way to the box and getting that pass off to Castaneda.
She does have 2 goals this season as McCullough skies it up. James and Faulkner circling underneath it. And Faulkner rotates it back for her center back. McCullough working inside. There's Canales. Bruins with 19 shots for the match. Reyes led a bit too much there by Castaneda, but UCLA will still have a throw-in as it's deflected off by Natasha Harris.
From the near line here, Kennedy Faulkner will get the throw off, and Hernandez will try and keep it. And a foul called against the Spartans.
That was Harris getting tangled up with Hernandez's arms there.
As we go into the 70th minute, only 20 left for the Spartans to try and make a comeback. Bruins leading rather comfortably here as Ashley Sanchez steps up. Already 2 goals today. She's going to play from the back here. Maybe look to push one into the box.
It's deflected by Karina Rodriguez, so Sanchez can run forward. Faulkner back on the ball. James right there with her. Receives it back from Rodriguez. Here's Fleming.
Good read and a good stutter step by Fleming there to get the ball forward now to Faulkner.
Faulkner turning around Harris. Knocked off it. Becerra. It's clear up. And Rodriguez is back there in front of Bella Bowers. There's another SoCal native on this Spartan team from Murrieta. And Reyes swings it over. Here's Dunphy.
Dunphy with a good look in for a cross.
And footed off the back line. Once again, there's Amarikwa and a corner kick for UCLA. This will be their 5th.
Amarikwa's positioning is certainly something to look out for now and in the future. She's managed to get her body in the way of a few shots and a few crosses in, but the Bruins will have a corner now. With both Fleming and Sanchez going to that corner, Fleming will probably be the short option as Ashley Sanchez takes this for the Bruins.
UCLA has 6 in the box. They'll roll it out in front, though, for Reyes. Slow service ball is flicked over by Rodriguez. Canales tried to angle it back inside and sent back towards the middle of this San Jose State half.
Good stuff from Faulkner, making it clean there for the Bruins, but not so much on the Spartans, who give up another free kick.
Foul was on Becerra. Ball comes back for McCullough. '72nd minute now. And the Bruins continuing to possess well. Nice slide tackle there from Reed. Second one, though, too much, as she collides there with Chloe Castaneda.
Yeah, Reed got in there with 2 quick tackles. And the second one for Castaneda came in there a little harsh, didn't get the ball, got Castaneda on the thighs, tripping her up. And now the Bruins with another free kick, this time a little further out from those 2, which they set up a set piece in earlier in this game. It's sort of around center, and the Spartans will build a 3-player wall. Karina Rodriguez and Kai McCullough staying back. Sunny Dunphy on the far side as a long option, and Ashley Sanchez standing by the edge of the box. Behind the ball to take this free kick.
She'll serve one. Hernandez the header, but it will spin wide and easily picked up there by Simino.
Good look by Hernandez, almost looking like she was in practice for a great set piece. Perfect aim by Ashley Sanchez, but not enough for a 6th goal tonight.
Initially volleyed there by Bowers, and it is Fleming back on it. Going to have more substitutions at the next opportunity. Canales tripped.
Spartan foul.
UCLA will retain possession. As you look at the road ahead for the Bruins, assuming nothing too crazy happens over these last 16 and a half minutes, they will be hosting Minnesota next Friday night. The seed in this corner of the bracket can defeat Milwaukee and join the other parties here next weekend in Westwood.
As we saw that happen, the ref called for a foul against the Spartans, and the Bruins will take this play again with Sanchez leading.
There's Dunphy there on the far side, but out in front of her. San Jose State will have Gabriela Herrera come back in. Ali Tom on for the first time. Now UCLA gets Izzy Bellinghausen in, and Jessie Fleming comes off.
Izzy Bellinghausen, the redshirt freshman from Laguna Niguel, California, subbing in for the Canadian player, Jessie Fleming, who has 1 goal and an assist today and has really been keeping the Bruins midfield together, getting a lot of those dispossessions, and the Bruins going a lot of attack heavy now with Bellinghausen coming on as a forward.
So a night perhaps done for Jessie Fleming, as Bellinghausen is appearing for the 8th time this season. Reyes unable to catch up there on the pass from Hernandez. On the other side, Allie Tom making just her 8th appearance of the year as well, native of Portland, Oregon. Slots into the midfield. Sanchez still out there for the Bruins with those 2 first-half goals. Dunphy's cross just over Castaneda. And Amarikwa again with the header.
Good cross in for Dunphy, who now chases that ball, going relentlessly at it and gets tripped up, but keeps the ball with her.
Nearly taken away, but Canales comes forward. Comes back for James, and San Jose State looking to push. Faulkner, however, gets her left foot in there to jar it free. Ball just out in front of Tom there. Back for Dunphy into the 76th minute.
Tegan Micah finally getting a look at the ball after a long while without touching it. She's been relatively problem-free this evening. And Ashley Sanchez gets the ball forward to Hernandez.
The one save that Micah had to make was pretty routine looking.
Kai McCullough getting rather deep into the Spartans' half.
This is Reyes. Headed by Bellinghausen, volleyed into the air. Another time Amarikwa getting it out of the box on a pair of touches.
Good look by Bellinghausen, getting the side of her head on it, but the ball sort of bouncing upwards rather than into the goal. And Tegan Micah coming off her line to keep the ball for the Bruins and passing it off to Karina Rodriguez.
Finds Faulkner here on the near side.
Very dynamic Bruin line here, with the defenders not scared to push up and the forwards not at all unhappy about coming backwards to make a defensive move.
Faulkner absorbing some contact from Harris, and then it is Amarikwa bodying her up, and no foul called there in the box. Ball will roll back, and the Bruins will have a throw-in.
Good call by the referee. I think Faulkner just slipped up there, so no need for a penalty kick or a foul at all. And the Bruins will take this throw-in from the near touch line. Rodriguez handing it off to McCullough.
Dunphy bringing it across midfield. Bringing it inside.
Spectacular running ability from Dunphy there.
Here's Faulkner. Sanchez have been a little more defensive-minded, sitting back in the midfield. As Hernandez chips it over for Castaneda over her head. That was headed by Wilson. Sanchez coming forward, riding Reed, and called for the foul.
Bruins got in a promising spot there, but they get called for this foul, and the Spartans get a little bit of a reprieve. Hernandez looking to make a run, but she did not have the time as the whistle blew for that foul. The Bruins are going to push back. Once again, they're not scared at all to keep their defense strong. Real all-around effort here from UCLA today that's got them this 5-0 lead with 12 minutes to go.
All settles down for Bellinghausen. Hernandez able to tap it by Harris. Leads Bellinghausen. Great turn inside. And then Harris able to get back.
Good work on the heel by Bellinghausen, just getting that tap to turn, but Spartans take advantage of a slip up, and they'll take the ball from the Bruins.
Faulkner to Bellinghausen, peeling inside. Castaneda back for Hernandez. There's Reyes. Played for the Mexican U20 team prior to the start of the regular season. Bruins had Sanchez and Villacorta on the U.S. team. Here's a shot off the side of the right foot there from Hernandez. And now we'll get some changes. And the Bruins will empty the bench a little bit. Megan Scudero will come in along with Hannah Schartz. For Scudero, just her 10th appearance of the year. Schartz her 5th. Sanchez is going to come out.
Also coming on for the Bruins now is Danny Satterwhite. We see Chloe Castaneda coming off as well, and Kaya McCullough. So the Bruins ramping up their defense now. A lot of players who are usually midfield players coming on, more likely to take on the defensive role. We see Satterwhite slotting into that back four line for the Bruins.
And number 22, Danny Satterwhite.
Coach Amanda Cromwell is not at all unkeen to play her bench and give them a little bit of time with 10 minutes to go.
Number 22, Carly James. Also coming out, number 18, Aspen Woodward. For number 20, Ali Top.
Aspen Audibert is on for the Spartans. Dunphy now at left back, inside Canales. Less than 10 minutes to go in regulation time. As Reed slides that one forward for Herrera. Tap back. Becerra on the move. Herrera swings it out. Haley Wynn back into the match.
Spartans lose it here. They had a good run in, but Haley Wynn not able to get her foot on the ball, and it'll go out for a Bruins throw-in. We saw Sunny Dunphy in that last play doing a good fake. She's done a few of those this game, and has really been able to keep the ball off that. It's hard to do when you're trying to leave the ball for a second and go back to it.
Ball rolled wide of Hernandez. Picked up there by Franklin. Pushed forward. This is Parker. Played out wide for Wynn. Now deflected back. This is Audibert fresh in and cleared off by Dunphy.
We saw in the midfield that was good tracking by Marie Carmen Reyes and Sunny Dunphy as well here. Coming back in her left back position, although she was playing up before, she's very good at running back with the ball.
San Jose State. It's a bit of possession here in the final third of the field. Harris will have a throw-in.
Near touchline level with the box for San Jose State as they look to move in for an attack.
Herrera has it blocked by Schartz. And a long roll lead out for Reyes. Bruins move forward. And now here's Faulkner. Faulkner cutting back, gets it through the legs of Amarikwa and picked up by Simoneau.
Good three-player attack there by the Bruins. Marie Carmen Reyes tracking that ball, passing it off to Hernandez, who got it to Faulkner. Faulkner got that ball through the legs of the defender, but it got a touch on her as well. So she didn't get as much power as she needed to get that ball into goal.
Ball comes back. There is Satterwhite, making her fourth appearance of the year. She scored in her last appearance. She got into the game late against Utah in Salt Lake City. That was her first career goal here in her redshirt freshman season.
See the Bruins now with only 7 minutes to go. They have a three-player back line with Hannah Schartz moving in from the midfield as